Week number 7, ladies and gentlemen. First place Panthers, 5-1. Carolina Panthers going to Arizona to face the 3-3 Arizona Cardinals. Pretty evenly matched game here. They're third in offensive points, first in rushing, so that's going to be tough. Trying to limit, what is it, James Conner? Is that his name? We're doing pretty well in offensive pass yards and defense. Not fourth in the league in points allowed, seventh in passing yards allowed, and fifth in rushing yards allowed. Okay, that's pretty. We've done pretty well. We've turned our defense around a little bit so far this year. As you can see, we're first place in the division, 5-1 in the conference. The only other 5-1 team in the conference is the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Scorton is tied for the league lead in sacks. What else did I want to go through here? I did a couple things because let's go through our injury report and I'll explain kind of what I did here. All right, so Brooks is still out for the year. This is probably Legette's last game out. Dowdle, if you guys watched the last game, got injured and he's out for another 7 weeks. I was contemplating on putting him on IR, but I'm gonna try and hold off as much as I can to put anyone else on IR for now. I think if he, I forgot to look it up, but I don't know if we could take someone off of IR on Madden once we've done it. And I don't want to chance it. It doesn't really matter right now because I don't need the roster spot. But he could play a role should we continue our winning ways down the stretch. Let's take a look at this. Is going to be a surprise to me. I haven't looked at the Cardinals injury report yet, but let's see. Okay, Evan Brown out for the rest of the year. It looks like Greg Dortch, Darius Robinson, Jamie Robinson. That's a familiar name and face. He's out for 4 weeks. Michael Wilson out for this game. All right. So because Dowdle is out, I needed to sign a running back, and I did cut Blackshear in the offseason. I went to go look at the free agency list. I did not steal anyone off. I signed 2 guys. I didn't steal any of them off of a practice squad. Zonovan Knight, 5'10", 209 pounds, local boy out of NC State. I was balancing out speed with change of direction, carrying, and break tackle abilities. And he's a good-looking little young third-year running back. I like the potential here with him. Of course, he's not going to get any touches. You may see ETN get more touches in this game, which would be nice to see. And I did something else. I talked about it in the last game. I went ahead and looked at the free agency list for punters, and I did it. I figure whatever off the field legal issues he had, it's a non-issue. He was just sitting there free agency. He's got a cannon for a leg. I was not liking our punter's lack of ability to kind of flip the field. I let Sam Martin go and sign Matt Araiza for the year, and then I'll probably be looking at we'll see, free agent or rookie. I usually like to go rookie because they're cheaper. And let's see. I think that should cover it. Little pregame talk. Going to Arizona. Let's get this started. Let's just go all white on this one. Just all white. Let's even do the socks. If I could find it. 2015 away socks. Do we not have just white socks? I thought we had white socks. There we go. You'd think color rush socks wouldn't be white. Let's just go all white. What does the black helmet look like? Let's go black helmet. Let's change our do we go with, let's see, they weren't good on that. You know what, we actually, Dave Canales ran the ball more. Let's stick with his playbook.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers. Burner at wide receiver. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Panthers and the Cardinals. And it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this.
Little side note there, I did reorder the depth chart at punt and kick returns. Horn wasn't really doing much for us right now.
A couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, that's not good news.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion left, that's Thielen. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. The Panthers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You look at this Arizona defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Now here's Young. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Throwing, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, Renfro putting some work in today.
Able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Young to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first.
Jimmy Horn Jr.'s first catch of his career.
Young now. And this one too low.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like that. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one.
Look at our kicker, number 88, getting his head in there.
The Cardinals making
I
their
see
way
you,
out.
Ferguson.
It's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But you look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Young to throw it. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Here's Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback, and they're able to see the route develop.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw, Young. And he slings one that's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 16 carries, 61 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 25. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To Conner on the check down. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Murray sets to throw on 4th, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught outright by Renfro. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
I don't know what Charles Davis is smoking, but
It throws it on the move, but
yeah, that's not the 1-yard line, Charles.
Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Young will set to throw. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers had 6 to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. It's Conner as they stay on the ground.
Not today, motherfucker.
Cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That wasn't second in the NFL in rushing right there.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and now 2 yards to go on third down. Back to throw. Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Young off the play fake. That caught by Tremble. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Young. His throw incomplete.
Probably smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Flushed out right. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Young. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
It's almost like they don't want to see our new punter.
And not willing to risk a return.
They don't want us to punt it to him.
30-yard line. So
his leg's too fucking big.
From the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Murray now. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Murray. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, damn. Kyler.
The Panthers are going to take possession here.
Kyler, bro.
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
You had me worried that drive, bro. I figured we reached our 21-point quota in the first half.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I like how they're spreading it around.
Down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll throw again. Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the
Here he is.
stop that they needed, because they
here's
had
the
a lot
punter.
of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half.
Newly signed Matt Araiza
to get off the field.
with a bomb.
Down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Oh, come on, bro. Damn.
Yeah, he was looking for the check.
That would have been
get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone.
Just an
now for a
amazing
touchback.
first fucking play for the Panthers.
One final time here in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We get started up in the great state of Washington. Atlanta making the trip to Lumen Field to take on Seattle. And it's the home team who are out in front. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll jet east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at the Link.
And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Javonte Williams, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oh,
Cedric
damn.
Wilson,
Rattler with
a
2
touchdown
touchdown
catch
passes.
in the victory.
What are they, like, taking turns of who's
It
going
was
to
the
play?
running back, Chuba Hubbard, who put together a solid first
The
half.
Saints are helping us
He
in
had
the
a
division
touchdown
right
run
now.
that helped
Damn.
get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he is
Look at Ransom, bro.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Vero's using him
Officially,
properly
it's a
this
1-yard
game.
loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He
Bro,
was
big
just
fucking
as he
Derek
let
Brown
that
almost
go.
just
And now it's
fucking
third
just
down.
engulfed him.
Backed up here, tough spot.
Absorbed
Needing
his little
11
small
yards to
ass.
pick up the first. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. ETN up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. 4th down, Young. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. In motion, the tight end. It's Young off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Now a give, it's Hubbard going left. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What the fuck is Buda Baker doing?
They go play action. Young. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. In motion left, that's Thielen. Now here's Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion.
All right, let's see the kicker.
This entire game.
He has
Come on, Ferguson. 49-yard kick. Let's get it. We're all rooting for you, bro. There you go.
Is indeed good.
Every
And
fucking
the
Panthers
lead
fan
up
is
to
rooting for
3
your ass right now.
touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Shotgun now from Murray. Open man here is Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Shakes off the sack.
Come on, man. What the fuck, bro?
Able to make something out of
I
nothing.
can see how they got so many
17
rushing yards,
and a
bro.
first down.
Damn.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, my goodness.
This is taken in by McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
You guys need to fucking button this up, man. You're playing so well.
1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor.
There you go.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
That's what I like to see
2
right
yards
there.
on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right.
Motherfucker, here we go. Get him.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled
There you
down
go.
at the 1.
Number 48. Getting a
Throwing
tackle in the
now is Murray.
NFL. Come on, get him. Josie. There you go, Scorton.
And he's going to go down just outside of the
Oh,
5,
another
right
sack
around
for the
6-yard line.
for the stats.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment
Uh-oh.
because someone
He's
was
got to go
shaken up
fucking
on
play
that play.
COD, bro.
The medical
He's tired of
staff
getting
will
hit.
attend to him, and we will step aside.
Who's their quarterback
Second and
now?
goal from the 6 this time. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
You hear that?
They've been denied
You hear that,
touchdowns
ladies and
in the
gentlemen?
red zone
One of the
twice
league's best
already.
defenses.
Here comes 3rd and goal.
Get him.
And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up
Look at
there,
number
but it's
48
not
getting
enough.
some fucking
4th and
snaps
goal.
in. I don't know his name. Linebacker. I transition him to strong
And
safety.
as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Undrafted free
This
agent
is
out
the
of
National Football League on
I
EA
think it was
Sports.
Fresno State.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Not today.
They're
Not
gonna
today.
run. Here's Connor, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The extra point by Ryland up and good, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity, just went a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Young to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here.
Oh,
Medical
mother,
staff, though, going to
Jesus.
take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This is not
Nice show run with 3
good.
tight ends here on first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Stopped by Garrett Williams. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Young. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders.
Get the first down, bro.
There on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity.
Go to Renfro.
3rd down.
They'll run with ETN. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Just go for the 50-yarder.
That time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Damn it. ETN, bro.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going for it, here's ETN. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Okay, is that the new signed running back? What was it, McKnight out of NC State?
Here's a give to ETN.
Oh, no, ETN. Okay.
Continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. On the counter, ETN. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.
Oh, come on,
He
boys.
can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10.
Now it's a 51-yard attempt.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Come on, Ferguson. You got this. Is this your longest?
This one is right through.
Nice.
And that will extend their lead even
I think
further.
that's his
So that almost certainly
first year
the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score
longest
lead.
field
There's
goal.
any coming back from there.
Well, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The home team's offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Murray now. Eluding the pressure right.
You're going to get hurt, bro.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
Oh, come on, Jackson.
Solid throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Murray now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Throwing again, Murray.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive.
Let's go interception right here.
Here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look. And
where does he play, left or right?
Break.
Watch Scorton here. Let's go.
On 1st and 10 is Connor.
Oh,
and that
damn.
play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Murray.
Get him. There you go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Get him, big boy.
And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field.
Come on, Princely. Is that you? Yeah, that's you up there.
Now Murray's got to have this one.
Oh! Oh!
And it'll be intercepted.
There you go.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Oh, the fullback's in.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Fucking ETN, follow your fucking fullback, bro.
Come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's ETN. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The fullback's in.
And they'll go again with
Bam.
ETN. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still third down.
3rd and 5. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a win here for the Panthers, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Panthers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Okay, so we pretty much didn't let Kyler Murray do much by air, but he tore us up on the ground. Bryce had another decent game. He did throw one interception, but we'll go through the stats, then the highlights, and check out the injury report. All right, 334 total yards for us, 222 for them. 108 yards rushing for us. They had 119. Let's see. Passing yards, 226 yards for us, 103 for them. So that'll help our defensive passing ranking. Passing stats. Man, he just had a horrible 2 interceptions. Rushing, Etienne. Well, I guess it's not. There we go. Kyler Murray with the 100-yard rusher, man. Tore us up. Damn. Would have been nice if he didn't get that much rushing yards. Renfro, 91 yards receiving. Coker got a touchdown, his first of the year. We know McMillan's out. We just don't know for how long. We know Chuba's out. Again, don't know how long. Cade Mays, another good, leading the team in pancakes. Wallace, 3 solo tackles. Tackles for loss, Wallace. Ransom. Oops. Wanham with a sack. Scorton, sack. Wallace with a sack. All right. Let's check out the highlights. We'll go through them all. This is our film study. Yeah, see, this was just a late throw. Yeah, just bad decision. Renfro, I would like to see you come back to the ball instead of. I don't know what this is. What is this? What is that? Okay. 1-yard rush. We don't need to see that. Chow Smith Wade. That was that tip drill. Oh no, it wasn't. This was just a straight up. Did Chow get 2 interceptions this game? It's just a bad throw, man. Just a bad decision. Everyone's covered. We do have some. Basically, he's got a couple spies on him. Also playing zone. He would have been better off running on that one. Tyler, 20 yards. Ooh, that's just a good throw. That's just a good throw. There's nothing. Farley, man, get your hand out. You just, yeah. So Coker's up on the left there. I like how this is so realistic to Bryce to where it looks like he may be to decide to run and then we'll just throw it. Look at Coker just kind of sees the emptiness. Bryce really kind of let him there. $11-yard touchdown to Thielen. Look at that. Look at the savvy vet pushing that cornerback out, cutting back in. Bryce throwing it. Beautiful. Sacked for 6-yard loss. Whose fault is this? Icky, just so you know, man, you're on my fucking shit list for a little bit. I can't put that on Icky. Bryce ran right to him. I mean, your best option would have been knowing that Chuba would get open, but yeah, I think that's just, I think you should just you should have just gotten out of the fucking pocket and thrown the ball away. But, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Is there a way to default back behind the quarterback on every play? God, those fucking down the middle. Number 48, okay, he's an undrafted rookie, free agent. He was on the practice squad. He's learning. Yeah, I've seen vets be just, get burnt like that too. Bryce Young with the gets sacked here. Let's see whose fault is this. You got Moten and Jatavion Sanders there. Jatavion didn't really do much. Should have released a lot sooner. Get your chip in and then go. Bryce, if you really so let's see if you had you had Renfro. You could have gone to Renfro there. Yep, this was just Wanham. This is just putting that left tackle on skates. Here you go. Easy paycheck. Yeah, he's scared of Derek Brown. Right there. When he's like, yep, I'm not fucking with that guy. I'll take my chances over here. Sacked for 10-yard loss. Okay, Icky. Okay. Yep. That's on Icky. Oh, this one was nice. This one was nice. I believe this was a 3rd down. Where's the marker at? 3rd down. I think it was, what, 3rd and 9? He could have gone to Coker earlier, but he was waiting for Renfro to get to the first down marker. And look at that style. Look at that style points. There you go. All right. I'll cover that. Let's check out the injury report and see how much this one hurts. Okay, only one of the 2 new injuries. And who's it going to be? McMillan out for 10 weeks. God damn. He was on his way. Oh. That hurts. Hey. Shit happens. What do we do, man? 10 weeks. So, wait. So that would be, this is the first week. Let's go to our schedule here. So I think it counts as this is week the first. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't put him on IR. I have to look it up. Good thing we have a pretty decently stacked wide receiver room. We got some players on the practice squad we can bring up too. I don't think I want to. I don't think I even want to. I guess I'll look at the free agency, just see what's out there. Remember, we could go look at our practice squad right now. Oops, sorry. All right, we got Kobe Hudson. He was rated pretty highly as an undrafted free agent on this roster. I don't know who that guy is. I don't really have any. I could just cut him right now for all I give a shit. He can be gone. Ronnie Bell. Oh, I'll wait. And we've got Isaiah Bond. Somehow the game assigned me Isaiah Bond as an undrafted free agent. And then we put Musa Muhammad III in. Hey, that might be fun. If I'll think about it. Jacoby George. And then there was this Bryson Tremaine, who was he must be an undrafted free agent that I went ahead and put on the practice squad. But we do have 1, 2. So Excel's coming back, so that's good news. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently. Yeah. All right. That's gonna hurt, T-Mac. Would have been nice to have you all season. You had a chance at that offensive rookie of the year right there. All right, that'll do it. Till next game.